Hello and welcome back to Plans with Al. This channel is all about my family of three getting ourselves out of debt and financially free. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, please do stick around. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the last week of October, week 4. Now I do realise I should have actually made October a 5-week month, but we move. We're going to just start afresh with the new pay that's coming in and go from there. So in the last video, or at least I think it was my second debt confession video, where I was talking about my credit card spending, I decided I was going to start doing, there we go, get the words in, a calendar view style check-in. So previously I had been doing this style of check-in. As you can see, I've done for week 3 and I started doing for week 4, and I may do this as well as eventually, but for now I'm going to do a calendar one. That's so I can start to really hold myself more accountable. With this kind, I can see what's in, what's spent, what's left over, very rarely anything left over, but I don't get to see exactly what's been spent and where. So let's get started with showing you that calendar view now. Here we are with my calendar spread. So I printed this off, I'm not sure if you can see at the bottom, but from a website called Paper Trail Design. I did put it up in my last video. It was a free download. I've just put it onto large paper so I can see what's going on. As you can see, I've already pre-filled it out, so I'm just going to talk through it, then go through my cash envelopes and do the penny saving challenge. So our week as it stands starts on a Saturday. I don't know if that will continue, but that's where it starts for now. And Saturday was a no spend by some miracle. I think it was anyway. Nothing I had logged. So there we go, no spend. On Sunday, I did the Christmas and some gift shopping. So I took out, as I mentioned, the gift money and the Christmas money and spent some of it, not all of it. I think I have something like £15 left. So let me get the right colour. I'm going to use a sinking funds one for that. So I bought 3 lots of toys, one for my little one for a birthday gift that just came, and one for a Christmas gift that I knew what was wanted, and then a card from Poundland. So those have come out of my sinking funds. Then we start to get a bit hectic here, and I'll break this down a little bit. So Aldi was the weekly food shop for me and my little one. We went away, just me and my little one, on the Monday. My partner stayed at home. We gave ourselves £40, my partner had 30, which pretty much all but pennies was spent, and we spent all but some pennies as well. We spent £37.54 in Aldi for our weekly food shop. Fuel, I technically gave myself nothing for fuel for this week. However, I've given myself what I would probably consider an advance, or as it's now going to be 5 weeks in November, I'll find some way to make it so that this £30 is counted. So I am going to class it as a transport spend rather than a holiday spend. So £30 to fuel. That's because we went away and I wanted to make sure we had enough in the tank. And actually, on reflection, I need to have more fuel in the car, just in case. I know a lot of YouTubers, or some, have been talking about emergency fuel lately. What if you need to go somewhere? And I've been somebody that's working towards an empty tank, and on reflection, it probably needs to be half full at all times. So it's about half full at the moment, and I will be stuffing some money into this week. So hopefully half full will be my new 0, if that makes sense. So that's fuel. Then we get into some holiday spending here. So what did I do for holiday? Purple. Cook was some food that I bought for me and a host of my family. Lots of family were there, and just bought some nice treat food, some desserts and things like that to contribute towards that. I don't actually have a colour for this one here, so I bought some wellies for myself and my little one because it was going to be necessary for the holiday, but it came from a refund from the wellies that I bought, and they ended up costing less, £14 from Clark's, that was less. And the Jules wellies that I bought, which was a really good bargain, I went to an outlet, so hence why it was so cheap, that's going to come from a refund from boots that I bought for my little one. I bought 2 pairs, one smaller and one larger. We've needed the larger pair, so I've returned the others, and so that's going to accommodate that. So I don't have a colour for sinking fund, so I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave those blank. Those are refund monies. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying hardest here. We had another spend on Tuesday. So this day on the holiday, we stayed in the house and the garden, and we just played. It was a really nice day and hung out with family. On the Wednesday, we went out into a local village. I paid for car parking, which was £2.50. I'm going to say that came out of holiday. We'll call that a holiday spend because I'm not planning on replenishing that in any way. And I'm not with any of my holiday spending. Anything that I highlight in this purple colour for holiday, that's coming out of the Bank of Me, that money that I got from the sale of the house, and I'm not replenishing it. It's gone, and that's it. Clothes shop. That was a gift shop that we went to that I've forgotten the name of, so hence why I've written clothes shop. I bought a scarf for myself at about £15, £14, and then some slippers for my little one, and it totaled 22 altogether. So I'm going to call that my spending money, because that did come out of my spending money. I didn't use my cash. I forgot to bring my cash with me, so it was a card spend. So you'll see that I've got cash in my envelope in a moment, but that's all going to go towards that. We had another no spend on the Thursday, which was brilliant. Quite impressed. I've gone from spending almost all the time to 3 no spends in a week, so yay me. And then Friday we went to Alton Towers with family, so it was a full-on family week, and this money, it seems drastically high. Yes, Alton Towers is expensive in the first place, but this is just for food. It includes a meal for 7 of us and 2 lots of lunches, or 3 lots of lunches as well. So a lot of money, granted, but it's come out of the sale of my house money, and that's it. I know it's not great. I know it's not ideal. The lesson I've learned from this is that I need to budget some money for half terms and holidays. So we've just had half term, we went away, I didn't have any money saved for that, so I need to create an envelope at some point that I've seen other budgeters do and start stuffing in money for half terms and Christmas holidays, Easter holidays and summer holidays, so that I can dip into that kind of money as and when. So all in all, 3 no spend days, and then heavy spends around that, and not much money left over, but a far better week than what it could have been had I not have done this method. So we're going to go into our envelopes now and get the change out. Here are my envelopes from the week. I have my groceries, transport and spending. So we'll get started in groceries. In groceries, we have some change left over, like pennies from my partner, a little bit from me, and I also put in some of the change from the Christmas and gift spending money rather than putting it back into my Christmas envelope. I didn't want like £1.20 or something like that in my Christmas envelope, so I just decided to put it all in the groceries, and this is all going to go to the penny challenge. Put that aside for a moment and we'll do that very soon. Transport, as I didn't stuff it, had nothing in it, and as I said, I've advanced myself that 30 for fuel, so nothing in transport. And finally, spending. This looks good, but it's not. Well, it's not that it's not good, but it has already been spent. It has been spent online. So this is going to be back to bank money. So I mentioned that I spent that £22, if you recall, on the scarf and the slippers. So £22 is going to go back into my account. I did forget to mention, actually, because I had 27, 5 of the spending money I contributed towards Alton Towers. Just because that was the last day of the spending week, and it just made sense to do it that way. So that's now an empty spending envelope. So let's just double check. We should have 22 here. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. So that's all going to go back to bank. there we are. So on to our penny savings challenge, which I do in my check-ins, and I do all of the challenges and stuffings in my cash stuffing. So also, oh, I forgot to mention, I've got a pot. I know it's not going to be big enough for the gathering of all the pennies, but it's a start. So I'm going to have that open at the side ready. I'll try to give a bit of a warning before I start putting money in, just in case anyone's listening on headphones. So we have £1, £2, £3, 20, 45, 50, £3.50 and 4 pence. So at least for now, I'm only going to use this side of the penny challenge. So let's divide it up a little bit. So I'll do the 4p, then I'll do, this is going to seem like it makes absolutely no sense, and it probably doesn't, but hey ho, this is how I'm going to do it. I'll do a £1.20, I'll do a £1.25, that should work, shouldn't it? And then I can do a £1.5. So I'm going to have to say that to myself all over again as I colour those in. Here we are, so I said a 4p, £1.20, hoping this can all be seen, £1.25, and the final one, £1.5. Feels quite nice to colour in that many in one go, so I'm definitely glad I'm sticking to at least this side. There we go, definitely feels more rewarding. Okay, I'm going to put the money into the glass jar now. I'll be as quiet as I can. And whilst we're here, let's put the money from the wallet as well into the glass jar. I'm aware lots of us are all glad that the October budget is over. I feel exactly the same. I'm so ready for November. And I do hope and wish that all of your November budgeting goes well as we get into those colder months. I know that lots of us are getting ready for Christmas and other events that happen all around this time of year. So fingers crossed we can keep within our budgets and they all stay on track. So there we have it. That is going to be it for today's video. My next video is going to be my cash stuffing for the first week of November. I will get up a monthly stuffing for November as well. I'm just waiting on a second pay to come in, and I don't have a pay slip yet, so I can't do a budget. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that your budgets are going well as well. Take care. Bye for now.